Crown Prince Leka of Albania visits Central California. The hereditary Grand Ducal couple of Luxembourg visits a construction company in Luxembourg City. The royal family of Norway preside over the opening of Parliament in Oslo. And the Royal Court of Spain makes an announcement regarding the King and Queen of Spain. All this and much more coming up next on your Royal Daily News. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you all are having a wonderful day today. My name is Alexandra, and welcome to your Royal Daily News for Wednesday, October 2nd, 2024. In Madrid, the Royal Court of Spain and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Kingdom of Spain have announced significant changes to the upcoming state visit to the Kingdom of Jordan due to the dangerous situation in the Middle East. His Majesty, King Felipe VI of Spain, and the Minister of Foreign Affairs, European Union and Cooperation, Mr. José Manuel Álvarez, will travel to Oman for an official 2-day visit. Her Majesty, Queen Letizia of Spain, will not accompany the King and the Minister. If the situation in the Middle East worsens, there is a chance that the official visit could be cancelled altogether. This morning in Windsor, His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales presided over an investiture ceremony at Windsor Castle. In the afternoon, their Royal Highnesses, the Prince and Princess of Wales, met with 16-year-old British photographer Ms. Liz Hatton and her family at Windsor Castle. In their social media post, the Prince and Princess wrote, quote, "A pleasure to meet with Liz at Windsor today. A talented young photographer whose creativity and strength has inspired us both. Thank you for sharing your photos and story with us. Love, W&C." End quote. In January, Ms. Hatton was diagnosed with a rare form of cancer. Her doctors told her that she has, quote, "between 6 months and 3 years to live." End quote. In May, Ms. Hatton's mother, Vicky, set up an X account and created a photography bucket list for her daughter. Some of her requests included having her photos appear in British Vogue and LUK, helping to film a movie at the famous Pinewood Studios, and shoot photos for one of London's biggest fashion houses, such as Burberry and Stella McCartney, to name a few. This morning, in Strasbourg, France, His Serene Highness, Prince Albert II of Monaco, attended the 20th anniversary celebrations of the Principality of Monaco's accession to the Council of Europe. On October 5, 2004, Monaco became the 46th member state of the Council of Europe. According to a press release from the Sovereign Prince's government, the Council of Europe was established in 1949 in the, quote, aftermath of World War II. The Council of Europe is the oldest and the leading human rights organization in Europe. It is completely different from the European Union, both in its composition and the scope of its activities, which are based on the 3 following pillars: human rights, the rule of law, and democracy. All member states are parties to the 1950 European Convention on Human Rights, the organization's reference text. End quote. Upon his arrival, the Sovereign Prince was warmly welcomed by the Secretary-General of the Council of Europe, Mr. Alain Berset. Thereafter, the Sovereign Prince and the Secretary-General held a meeting in which the discussions focused on, quote, Monaco's contribution to the Council of Europe's activities, the importance of multilateralism, and the organization's priorities and current challenges, particularly those linked to democratic backsliding and the various conflicts and wars in Europe and elsewhere in the world. End quote. After the meeting, the Sovereign Prince unveiled a painting entitled Ode à la Liberté by artist Mr. One Tees. In Utrecht, Her Majesty, Queen Maxima of the Netherlands, presided over the opening of the exhibition entitled Moda, Moroccan Fashion Statements, held at the Central Museum. The exhibition showcases creations by various Moroccan designers. Moda, Moroccan Fashion Statements will be open to the public from October 3, 2024 to March 2, 2025 at the Central Museum. In the afternoon, the Queen attended the 25th edition of Vakaniers, the National Education Program and Competition on Technology for Students, held at the Space Expo Museum in Noordwijk. The theme of this year's event is Space Mission Earth, a look at the future. Keeping on the space theme here, in Cologne, Germany, His Majesty King Felipe of the Belgians visited the European Space Agency's European Astronaut Training Center this afternoon. According to the Royal Court of Belgium, the EATC was established in 1990 and is the, quote, reference center for the selection, training, and support of European astronauts. Its facilities also enable research in the space field and the testing of equipment designed to go into space. End quote. During the visit, the King learned about astronaut training from the director, Mr. Frank de Vinne. The King also met with astronauts, members of staff, and EATC interns. Meanwhile, in Brussels, it was announced that Their Majesties, King Philippe and Queen Mathilde of the Belgians, will pay an official visit to the French Republic on October 14th through 16th at the invitation of the President, Emmanuel Macron. According to a press release, Their Majesties will, quote, participate in cultural, academic, and economic activities in Paris, Chantilly, and Lille, end quote. On Tuesday, in Luxembourg City, the Royal Highnesses, Hereditary Grand Duke Guillaume and Hereditary Grand Duchess Stephanie of Luxembourg, visited the Kuhn Construction Company. During their visit, the Hereditary Grand Ducal couple were given a tour of the company's headquarters and grounds, as well as learned about the history of the family-run business and current and future projects. In Oslo, Their Majesties, King Harald V and Queen Sonja of Norway, and His Royal Highness Crown Prince Haakon of Norway attended the opening of the 169th session of Parliament. According to Article 74 of the Constitution of the Kingdom of Norway 1814, it states, quote, as soon as Parliament is constituted, the King, or whoever he appoints for the purpose, shall open its proceedings with a speech, in which he shall inform it of the state of the realm, and of the issues to which he particularly desires to call the attention of Parliament. No deliberations may take place in the presence of the King. The procedures surrounding the state opening of Parliament can be traced to the election of the King at Eidsvoll on May 17, 1814. There, the King was escorted by a number of trusted senior officials. To carry on this tradition, the government now invites civilian and military representatives to participate in a procession of senior officials. As in 1814, the King's adjutants continued to take their position alongside the King on the podium. End quote. On Tuesday, Their Majesties, King Carl Gustaf and Queen Sylvia of Sweden attended the 2024 church meeting at Uppsala Cathedral. According to the Royal Court of Sweden, the church meeting is the, quote, highest deciding body of the Swedish Church, and its 251 members decide on issues that are common to the whole Swedish Church. The church meeting meets in the autumn in 2 sessions in Uppsala. End quote. And finally, His Royal Highness Crown Prince Leka of Albania spent the weekend in Central California. During his visit, the Crown Prince attended a dinner and a ball at Hearst Castle, organized by the Hearst Foundation. In a social media post, the Crown Prince wrote, quote, "I was honored to accept the invitation from the Hearst Foundation and family to attend the gala dinner and gorgeous ball within this remarkable monument. Also, we visited the Hearst Ranch, where we experienced a cowboy party. The visit was an opportunity to meet friends from various industries, businesses, and finance who represent the history and backbone of American society. A warm and sincere thank you to the Hearst family for this incredible opportunity and unforgettable experience." End quote. And there you have it. Thank you all so much for joining me this afternoon. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. I will be back tomorrow on Thursday, October 3rd, with all the latest royal news and events, including a complete wrap-up of Her Majesty Queen Mary of Denmark's visit to Brazil. Until then, I sincerely wish each and every one of you, your family, and your friends a wonderful afternoon. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Comment below if you'd like, and click on the notification bell so you won't miss a new episode. Have a wonderful afternoon, everyone, and I will see you all tomorrow. Take care.